Welcome to another episode of Russell Realty Minute with your host, Evan Russell, where Evan shares his real-world real estate experience with you. If you like what you hear, please be sure to give him a quick review right here in iTunes. Thank you for listening.
So let's continue to talk about home pricing and an analogy that's being made in the real estate market today, and that is the selling of your home or pricing your home is compared to such as an eBay auction. If you're familiar with an eBay auction, let's say you put a Tom jersey on eBay, you set a reserve price, which means you start the auction at whatever you want, but you're not going to sell less than, let's just say, $399. So when a seller puts their home on the market for $399, a lot of people look at that as being an eBay auction, and that being the reserve, meaning the seller is not going to sell less than $399. And the market trends indicate that the majority of homes that have been listed and sold, at least through the summer of 2021 and into the early fall of 2021, if you're listening to this podcast down the line, the trend is that homes are selling over asking price. So whereas before or previously in other seasons, 2020 and 2019, someone would list their home at $399 and they would say, okay, let's see what brings. Let's list at $399. Let's see if we get $395. Let's start the price there, see where we go and try to get as close to $399 as we can. In today's market, in 2021, at the $399 is the reserve. They're not going to sell less than $399. That's where they start. And the hope is, and almost the expectation, is that they're going to get more than $399. So when you look at it, the seller's home pricing is really that of an eBay reserve auction, which means I'm not going to take less than $399. And in most cases, as we've talked about in podcasts previously, if there's more than one offer in the house, at least one of them's at full price, if not the second one being over full price. And when you look back at the numbers, again, through the summer of 2021 and early fall 2021, the majority of houses have sold over asking price. They may not be 30, 40, 50,000 over asking price, but they may be 10 or 15 over asking price. Very few homes have sold for less than asking price. And if they have, it's by a couple thousand, 4, 5, or 6,000, 10 at the most. Very few homes. And I'm in the greater Boston area, if you're listening to me in a different spot, very few homes have sold less than the asking price in basically the last calendar year or so, especially in the summer of 2021. And in the springtime and back from there, it's always been the home price that the seller sets, that the listing agent agrees on, is the reserve price. I'm not taking less than this asking price. And that has proved true. So that's where the comparison is coming to an eBay auction. Is that it's an eBay auction with a reserve that says the seller doesn't have to sell less than what their asking price is, and their expectation is they're going to sell more than their asking price. So that's where the comparison comes in.
This has been another Russell Realty Minute, brought to you by Evan Russell.